If you've been watching the Ravens as long as I have, you come to expect that this game was going to get ugly, and you had a feeling it probably would be close, regardless of what the record is. The Ravens got the win. That's all that really matters against 1-6 now 1-7 Arizona, 31-24. They made it. They made it interesting in the end. Had a little bit of excitement going in, but overall, I mean, I thought the offense. You put up 31 points against anyone, you got a good chance to win the game. Big time game from Gus Edwards. Honestly, one of the best games I've seen him play as a Raven. I think honestly, it might be the best game I've seen him play as a Raven. He's been so consistent over the years. He's just a downhill back. You rarely see him fall backwards, and he's just been consistent. Outside of that nasty injury he had to knock him out for the season, Gus Edwards has been a reliable Raven for us. Justice Hill has been decent. The important thing was the offense didn't turn the ball over. There weren't fumbles, interceptions in our own side of the field, which sets up any offense to score touchdowns on you. And they answered the call early in the game because the Ravens defense surprisingly gave up an opening drive touchdown to Joshua Dobbs and this Arizona offense. So I thought early on it was really important for this offense to respond, and they did just that. Lamar Jackson, very again efficient with the football, not gaudy numbers like we've been seeing over the past few weeks, but he made an excellent touchdown pass to Mark Andrews, basically off 1 foot. It was kind of ridiculous. If you watch the replay, he basically kicks his leg up and throws off 1 foot and a tight spiral right to Mark Andrews for the touchdown. So it's pretty good. Andrews with an excellent game in his first game playing in his hometown where he spent most of his childhood in Scottsdale, Arizona. So definitely a great homecoming for him. Geno Stone continues to be a huge surprise for us. Again, 7th-round pick. I think the Ravens cut him twice, and now he's leading the league and he's leading the NFL in interceptions. So he's making the case for it to be a Pro Bowl safety right now, which is crazy to think about. Brandon Stevens has played solid. I know he, just a couple plays I didn't like, but Stevens overall has been pretty solid out there because we're looking for that number 2 cornerback with Marlon Humphrey. I know we got Rock Ya-Sin out there as well, but I've been impressed with the defense all season long. I think today was probably an aberration for them because I don't see them giving up 24 points very often. Like they haven't really done it very often this season. But sometimes it's just again you have a big win against Detroit. You follow it up with a game against a 1-6 team opponent on the road. It's not easy, but they pulled it out. That's the important thing. And now you turn your sights to having 3 straight home games. You got 3 straight home games against Seattle and against Cincinnati and against Cleveland. So you got a chance to really start getting some division wins in here, which is starting to get very important as we head into November. But next week's going to be a tough matchup for sure. Seattle's defense is nasty. They got great pass rushers. They just signed back Frank Clark, who's always been a good pass rusher. He started in Seattle. You got Jamal Adams back there, and you got Tariq Woolen and Devon Witherspoon at cornerback. These guys are proven to be really good defensively. And then Geno Smith has continued to play good football. He's just he's been turning it over recently, which is I would think concerning for Seattle fans. But you look at Kenneth Walker, who has proven to be a dynamic running back coming out of the backfield, and then DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. They're due for explosive plays in any given moment. And this kid Jackson Smith and Jigma out of Ohio State has just become an added weapon for this offense that was already really good. He started out pretty slow, but past a couple of games he's been finding the end zone and he's been getting himself going. So it's going to be a great challenge for the defense. Really a great challenge for both sides of the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond. And hey, look, the important thing is sloppy game, clean game. The important thing is getting the win, and the Ravens did just that. The offense put up 31 points. I think anytime you put up that many points, you got a chance to win a game against anybody. You don't expect your defense to give up 24 points like they did this past week. So I'm confident about that. The Ravens should be confident going in. Ravens fans should be confident that we're coming back home where we're always good at home against anybody. I like our chances, but I can see this being another close game and against a really good opponent. Shout out to Michael Pierce. Absolutely dominated the defensive line. I think I think I can count 5 or 6 plays where he just totally blew up a run play by himself because the line just couldn't contain him. The guy was just absolutely a man among boys, and we're going to need that again. I have confidence that he has the ability to do that again. Offense has to be careful with the football. They have to take care of the football. They did well today with that. There was no fumbles and there were no interceptions. That was important. It's going to be even more important as we go into this next game.